Takže vítam vás na ďalšej panelovej diskusii. A tentoraz sa budeme rozprávať so študentmi, ktorí študujú v Dánsku. Emma teda študuje na Aarhus University, ktorá patrí do takej top 130 univerzít sveta. A potom tu máme Nika, ktorý ale nie je Slovák, takže táto diskusia bude po anglicky a on študuje na univerzite SDU. Tá tiež sa radí medzi nejakú top 300 univerzít sveta. Obe teda ponúkajú zaujímavé a kvalitné programy, takže sa môžeme do toho pomaly pustiť. Okay, so we can start in English so that you can understand as well.
Ďakujem.
Nie, za čo? Okay, so you can tell us why did you choose Aarhus and SDU University and what do you study?
So I chose STU mainly because I had family who worked there 20 years ago. And I wanted to do like engineering because my father is a software engineer, so I chose software engineering. Like choosing STU was also because the family members who studied there, they graduated, got jobs, and are like working in Denmark. And that just sounded very nice to me. Like I would say the working conditions of my country, like I'm from China, is not as good. Like it's a nice place to spend money, but not a nice place to earn money. So, like it just seemed perfect that I would go somewhere where I already had people who were there and like knew about it and then, had like a degree that I was interested in.
So we study software engineering.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Emma?
Okay, so I study economics and business administration, and I chose Aarhus University because it offered the program I wanted, and I was specifically looking for in English. And when I started looking, first I searched like overall all European countries, like I was really open, like where I could study. And then I found out that I can study this in English in Netherlands or in Denmark, and I also applied to university in Netherlands and was accepted both to Netherlands and Denmark. And then in the end, I chose Denmark because it was more financially available for me.
Ešte len doplním, môžete sa opäť pýtať otázky cez slajdo, cez QR kód, ak by vás niečo zaujímalo. Okay, can you describe the system of studying at your university? Is it like more theoretical or more practical? Because I guess it's very different from the Slovak system.
Yeah, so for my university, we're like, we have this hands-on approach, which is every semester you have courses that you learn, and then you have something called a semester project. And for the semester project, you get grouped together with like 4 or 5 different students from your course, and you do a project that is offered by a local company in the stuff you're learning. So an example, I'm doing software engineering. Let's say in my second semester, I'm studying like database management. I'm studying like app development. Then the semester project will be developing an app with a database. And so you kind of get to use already what you learn in the semester during the semester, which I really enjoyed.
What about you, Emma?
Okay, so my study consists of lectures, which are led by professors that they explain the theory. And then we have smaller classes where we get to practice what we learned in lectures. So we solve the assignments, we work in Excel, R, Python, or if it's a more softer subject, then we discuss maybe some cases of the companies. And we also can have assignments. The assignment can be small, that for example, we get some like exercise where we are supposed to solve it. It can be like this semester we are solving and programming in R, so we get like an exercise set with what are we supposed to do and program, and then we hand it in. Or we had like this big group project in marketing where we had to like choose our topic, and for example my topic with the group was about the marketing strategy of Spotify, so we were analyzing that the whole semester, and we were also using what we learned in lectures, and then we had to hand it in. And we had also oral exam where we had to defend our project, but also they could ask anything about the theory as well. So it's a mix of both.
Nice. But you collaborate with companies a lot. And what about internships? Do you have any possibilities of these at your university? Did you already have one, or how is it for you?
For my university, we offer programs called Bachelor of Engineering for the engineering programs. And those programs have one extra semester than usual. So usual average like bachelor's degree is like 3 years, but for Bachelor of Engineering, it's 3.5 years. And in the last half year, you have a full semester to go on an internship with a local company to work on whichever you were studying. And it's like there's a high possibility that they will just keep you, because the point is like it's always hard to like get in, and once you're in, it's really just accumulating like the experience. So
Yes, so for us, it's you can choose to do an internship in the elective semester, which is the 5th semester where you can do electives, go abroad, or do an internship. But you need to get internship yourself, so the school doesn't send you to company, but you need to find the company yourself.
Okay. The question is whether it is hard to get accepted to SDU or Aarhus. What was your experience?
so for my university, there's 2 quotas for applying. Quota 1 is if your grades are convertible to Danish standard, because the Danish standard, like I have been studying like almost 3 years, I still don't get it. Um, but it's like if they think you can convert your grades to Danish standard, then okay, congratulations, you're quota 1. But usually for non-Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, German, like students, it's quota 2, which is you take an in-house test either online or at campus. And it's like a kind of like a logical thinking, critical like and thinking test, and you will like get admitted based on the grades of that and also your grades from high school.
Yes, so for my university, there are also 2 quotas. I don't remember exactly which one I applied, but I applied based on the subjects in high school, my school living examination, and I needed to have certain subjects like math and history or social studies at the level the university wanted, and then also I needed to do English certificate. But I know that if you don't fulfill this condition, there is like you can get admitted in the other quota based on maybe if you have some relevant experience that you worked in a company that's relevant to economics and business. But most people, I think, apply through based on their subjects.
Yeah, definitely. And again, question about finances. What is the minimum monthly budget that the student needs in order to study in Denmark? There are no tuition fees for European students. That's important to mention.
I mean, for a living, it's really depends. It's like, do you eat at McDonald's every day, or do you cook yourself, or eat canned beans? Like if you eat canned beans, it can get very low. So
How low?
I mean, canned beans are I don't know, 200 euros per month. But like an average estimate of like monthly expenses, which is like of my campus, because we have like 6 campuses across Denmark, of like just dorm and like eating and a bit of like partying, drinking, would be like 400 to 500 euros per month. I can confidently say that.
What about you?
Yes, so ours is the second biggest city in Denmark, and so it costs more to live there. The estimate of my university is around 1,000 euros, but it really depends how much money you pay for your accommodation, because you can pay between maybe like 350 up to 600, 700 maybe. So that is a huge part, and based on that, your budget can be lower or even more than 1,000. But I think 1,000 is a good average.
Okay, there is a question about the scholarship. So you'll probably mean SU grant. And you also ask, do you regularly receive the SU grant? And whether you have a part-time English-speaking job. And was it hard to find a job in Sonderborg?
So the rules for receiving the grant is that you have to work 40 to 43 hours per month as a European citizen in Denmark studying. So yes, if you can get a job that gives you 40 to 43 hours, sure. I do have some part-time jobs. I have 5 jobs. Um, but it's like it differs from person to person, you know. It's like I know people who are like, oh, I can't find a job, and then I know people who are like, oh, I talked with this guy at a restaurant. He was like, yeah, come work for me. You know, so it's really about just hustling, you know, playing the game or whatever.
So is it easy to find an English-speaking job in Sonderborg?
I don't want to say, hey, it's easy, you know, and then you go there, you're like, oh, this Chinese guy lied to me, because it's like 4 jobs. It's always like it's really just about like a bit of luck, and then also, you know, being proactive. It's like if you're just sitting at home like this, no, right? But if you're like actively speaking with owners, like there's students who are like walking around the city to restaurants with their CVs, you know, like writing. There was literally this student in my class, like we're software. He wrote an AI program that like scouts job postings and then automatically sends emails to like companies. And then one guy was like, okay, come for an interview. And then obviously he got it, right? So it's really just being proactive and like trying. I think Denmark still like has a lot of opportunities compared to, I don't know, China.
What about in Aarhus? There are probably more possibilities.
Yes, so I feel like finding a job is quite hard, but it really depends on your luck and also maybe who you know. I know people that found jobs within maybe like 2 weeks, month, or people that found a job like me only after half a year, or even people who are still looking. So it really depends. And for example, I work in a restaurant and I get SU. I have enough hours to receive it, so it's okay. Also, you can manage with just one job, although some people can have multiple.
We have a question about software engineering. How hard is it? And how do you manage your time and with 5 part-time jobs?
I mean, I want to say that experiences like differ person to person. Like just because, let's say I say it's easy doesn't mean it will be easy for you. If I say it's hard, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be hard for you, right? So I I managed it, I guess. Like I managed this far. Like I didn't fail any exams. So right. So I don't know what you mean by managing my time.
Maybe it's related to the next question, like how much free time do you have during the week?
So like the suggested hours of like studying from my university is 40 hours per week. And that's including taking the lectures and also the seminars. So I guess that's like a good estimate. Yeah.
What about you?
Yes, so for my university, it is recommended that you treat your studies as a full-time job, and then you have your part-time job on the top of that. But it really depends how you structure it. Some people study throughout the semester, some people study less throughout the semester and more in the exam season. So it really depends, but I still have time to meet my friends or even travel. So.
Nice. And how was it with finding accommodation? Do your university offer some dorms for students, or how was your experience with this?
So there's this interesting rule for creating accommodation for students in Denmark, which is in order for a university to apply for more accommodation, the university has to acquire students first. So it's like there always will feel like there's a shortage. But for the campus I study in, like the university, like is very active to like pressure the local government to like, hey, we're getting like students. For example, there was this like building complex that they wanted to actually tear down and build something new. And they were like, no, wait 3 more years. Like, can you convert it to like a dorm? So in that sense, it's like not so hard. And also, usually when you apply like early, it's like a first come, first serve basis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. How was in Aarhus?
Yes, so there is this like student site, student housing Aarhus, where you can apply for accommodations, and you are like basically in a waiting list. I think you can apply half a year before you are expected to start your studies, so it's good to apply early, and then you are in this waiting list. And also, as a new student, you have like the right for one accommodation called like the housing guarantee that they will for sure offer you. But I kind of wasted mine because they offered it to me before I knew I was accepted, so I declined the offer. But now the site was improved, and you can also be like waiting without clicking accommodations, so then you don't need to decline them and can only put that you want an offer later. But then I searched on my own through this Danish portal, Bolek portal, and I found accommodation on private market. It is a little bit more expensive than the dorm would be, maybe, but I have it like it's all included, electricity, internet, and also I have pretty big rooms, so it's good. And it wasn't that hard to find because I only started looking in July, end of July, after I knew I was accepted, and I already moved in the end of August, before my studies and before the orientation week.
Okay. Nika, this is a question for you. What kind of student projects or competitions, like Formula Student or robotics teams, does SDU support?
A lot. So examples are we do have like a formula team, and they like build cars. Like it's mostly like mechanical engineering students, and they go to competitions, raise them. Like uni funds them, and also it's super easy for them to get funding from local companies. Again, like all projects are funded by companies. Like our whole campus is funded by like a huge Danish company. And yeah, there's also like robotics club. I'm a member of the drone club. There's also rocketry club. They build rockets and they go like send them off at like competitions, like just a lot. It's like name a club, you got it. It's like I think it's also because they're like super. It's like you want to register for a club, they will just like let you. And it's like you just find 5 people and they're like, oh, we're students who like to go to the sauna. Let's make a sauna club. And then there's a sauna club. So it's quite like, and in a sense, it's nice. And,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
definitely. And a question for both of you. Are Danish companies scouting graduates at universities? And is it possible to land a job in Denmark after studies?
If you study engineering at STU, we have something called a job guarantee, which is you are guaranteed 6 months of engineering job with engineering salary after graduating from either our Bachelor of Engineering program or a master's in an engineering subject. The requirements to meet the like guarantee is that you need to learn Danish. But for our university, we have also free Danish classes for all like students. You need like B2 in Danish, which is like, I don't know, depends how locked in you are. And then also you need to collaborate with a company for at least one of your semester projects. And we have things called Student Collaboration Day where companies come to our university and you can like talk with them and be like, hey, I'm interested in, I don't know, doing like a AR module for like submarines. Like this is like a guy who told me, and maybe there's a company who makes submarines and they're like, oh, let's work together, write a thesis, and then you collab with them. You know, it's really just like prepping you and like making you proving that you can work for a company. Yeah.
Is it similar at Aarhus University?
Yes, so we also have like these fairs when you can go and meet different companies. And also we have, for example, one student organization called ICON that organizes different study visits at companies where you can meet and talk with them, network. And also many students later in their studies find like a study related job at a company, and it is likely that they will offer you to stay, or you can write either bachelor's or master thesis in collaboration with company if your topic allows that. So that is also an option to get noticed and maybe hired.
Nice. The question is, how strong is the mathematics and physics level compared to other European universities? I'm not sure if you know.
I love my math teacher so very strong. He's
Okay.
amazing. He teaches physics too.
Okay.
And he like taught my family member who studied there 20 years ago as well. So it's like I have a picture with him. Amazing guy.
Nice. Okay, let's move on. Is there any way of securing a part-time job prior to coming to Denmark to ensure we receive the SU grant as soon as possible?
I love this hustling question. Yes, there are students who will during the summer already come to the city if they think they're gonna get admitted and just look for jobs then. So, you know, this is like a good way, I would say. And most students who like get jobs before starting like do it like this, you know. So just hustle. Play the game.
Yes, I know that some people came earlier to Denmark and found jobs like in August when many students didn't arrive just yet. So there was less competition than in September when everyone arrives and everyone wants a job. So it can be a good idea, but I don't think you can like secure a job without being in Denmark like just online, because you also need like CPR number. And Danish bank account, so that I think wouldn't be possible before coming to Denmark.
Yeah. How is it with Danish language? Is it hard? And are there any programs that support learning Danish, and is it required?
Yeah, so as I said, we at STU we offer like free Danish courses for students who like study there. It's not required. It's like you have freedom to do whether or not. But obviously, if you speak Danish in Denmark, you're gonna have an upper hand than students who don't speak Danish. I mean, that's kind of like everywhere, right? Like in Slovakia, if you're an international student, probably if you spoke Slovak, it's better than just English speaking. So.
Yes, so I think Danish is a hard language, not really the grammar, that's rather easy, but more the pronunciation. It's really hard because it sounds as if they were mumbling, so you cannot really say what they are saying. But you have the opportunity to learn Danish for free within 5 years of you coming to Denmark when you are studying. And there are like different modules, and you just pay a deposit that they return to you if you pass the module. And there are, I think, 6 modules, and when you pass the 6th module, you have like C1 level in Danish. And I think it definitely helps if you are searching for a job, that more jobs are open to you if you speak the language of the country you live in.
Yeah, so I think we already answered the last question, that English is sufficient in some part-time jobs, but it's always beneficial and good to know some Danish language as well. And maybe the last question for you, like how do you describe the whole life in Denmark? Is it good for you? Would you come back to Slovakia, or how is it? It's mostly question for you since you're from Slovakia.
Okay, so I like living in Denmark. It's comfortable and maybe could be described as Danish hygge. And though I would return at some point to Slovakia because I have a family here and I have a strong connection to them, so maybe I don't plan to live my whole life there. But I think it's great for studies there and maybe a few years after working there, gaining international experience.
We have another question. I think you can prepare some documents for applying. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a question about SU, or it's about SDU. Okay. So when is the best time to start with preparing to Denmark on SDU? Are there any necessary documents before applying?
I mean,
Do you have?
obviously the brilliant people at Bluma can help you
Yeah.
with preparing. But I mean, I can tell you the deadline, which is 1st of March next
Fi-
year for European applicants. So maybe anywhere before that.
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
start preparing already now. So you can contact us, we can tell you what you need and help you with everything. So yeah, it's the best to contact us. Are there some kinds of Erasmus programs you attended or want to attend? The last question.
Yeah, so for my university in the 5th semester, there are Erasmus exchange programs that you can attend. My university, I think, has collaborations with like 200 or 300 unis across the world. Like, it's like I did not choose to attend. Like I'm in my 5th semester. It was just the application was just too much, and also I'm balancing like 5 jobs. I had to pause like 5 jobs to go somewhere. Like, why not make the money and just travel myself somewhere? So yeah. But like if I would want to go somewhere, maybe like Japan, like that's pretty cool, and you know, there's also China. Like, welcome.
How is it at Aarhus University?
Yes, so we also had the opportunity to go on exchange in 5th semester, and there are quite many opportunities and countries we can go to. I know there was like USA, Australia, Turkey, many European countries. For example, my friend went to Japan and another to South Korea. So you can really go and travel to many places. I decided not to go because being already an international student with like accommodation job and everything, I felt it was a little bit maybe too complicated, but it is an option.
Okay, thank you for sharing your experience with us. A ďakujeme teda za pozornosť. Ak máte ešte nejaké ďalšie otázky, môžete sa zastaviť aj pri stolíkoch Aarhusu a SDU alebo pri nás a my vám ešte poradíme. Ďakujeme.